Okay, so I've changed the position of the fitting on the radiator so that it's pointing roughly at 2 o'clock so it can clear the radiator fans, and then the hose is going to run around. Let's see if I can get a better picture of this. There we go. The hose is going to run around the side of the radiator and condenser. But you can see what I've done is I've run the transmission hose through a coolant hose. I bought a small section of larger hose, coolant hose, just to add a little extra protection to the transmission hose so that any chafing won't damage the fluid line. And then it runs from the radiator into the B&M transmission cooler, through the cooler, then through the magnifying filter, and then through another radiator hose which I've put just in front of the ambient temperature sensor. I didn't want the coolant line to affect the sensor. I'm not sure that that was necessary, but while it was all apart I figured it might just be easier to do now. And then another section of coolant hose to protect the transmission hose as it rounds the other side of the radiator, and as it comes back around you're going to see it come right back up and connect to the transmission line, which then dumps back into the transmission pan. And again, just a quick walk back. And we'll take a look at it from above. And you're going to notice the B&M cooler. Looks like it might be an older model. It is new, but it's an older model because what it does is it comes in the bottom, and then the fluid is going to rise up through the cooler, back down through the cooler, and then back into the circuit with the inline filter. And you can see where it's attached to the frame in two places, and then that way the hose isn't bouncing around. And also what you're going to notice is that from beneath, the transmission hose is actually protected, and so is the connection to the cooler is actually protected by the bumper bar.